everybody, welcome to the penultimate slot of the British Quadball Cup here at the Sheffield Hallam Sports Ground in Sheffield. We've got the university final here in front of us. We have Warwick over here in the blue and then York in the black and gold on the left. York pulled off a bit of a surprise victory against SQC in the semi-final, so happy to see them here. And yeah, I'm Zach Cox. I'm joined here by Gio.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it should be a good game. To be fair, I've not seen either of these teams play, but they were both respective winners of the Northern and Southern divisions at the University League, and I think that's the final, the fans' final that everyone wants to see, right?
Absolutely. North versus South, a good old showdown. No repeats of any regional finals. It's going to be good to see both of these teams here.
Any predictions? Because I've got one. And I said this earlier.
You go first. I know literally nothing about Warwick.
Cool. I've got one prediction. I think the team that gets the most points wins.
That is a brave and auspicious projection.
That is a wild take. But yeah, I don't really know the teams. I've obviously seen the results and seen that they've done well today, obviously, to get here to the final. But yeah, I think this should be a good game. As you said, two champions in their respective divisions. No more matchups. This is the last game. Everything is on the line. Every ounce of energy has got to be left on this pitch to try and get that win.
Absolutely. So excited this one happening. We've got Oscar, and I can't see the name on the back of that shirt, running for the bludger, and Laws, and I think that is number 34, Pyle, running for the quaffle.
Yeah, Matt Pyle, good player, and then we've got the Badger running for the bludger. I love to see it, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. We've got head ref, Declan Ramsey, getting ready to start the game going. Oh, this is tense. You can feel the energy, can't you?
Yeah. Right, let's see who wins on this. Brooms up. Okay, look, doesn't even go for it. Are we going to drive right away? A blood is there. Good two-handed tackle, though. Love this new rule. Comes out, turnover but lots of blooders on the ground already. This has gone quite heavily in the favour of York in the bludger game, at least at the start. But Warwick going to make a drive for it anyway. That's a very big fella, number 50. Shot goes over the top, into the hands of a supporting player, though. I'm hoping to see through the hoop there. Lovely shot. 10-0 lead there to Warwick.
That was a really nice clean-up off the missed shot from Matt there behind the hoops, just collecting it, stepping through a very good attempted challenge, just dunk it in this near-side small hoop for us. As you said, 10-0, or 1-0 now, which I quite like.
Score table haven't updated it though, so
it's fine. Well, maybe it isn't good. Is this a new wild take that actually it doesn't get updated unless it's not real until the score table do it, right?
You'd hope so. Okay, big count here, but the York keeper gets beat as it's going in. We're going to see a nice swift counter here. That tackling from number 93 doesn't land. The offload from the addition drive isn't very good. There's no blooders in the way of this one at the moment. Okay. Yep, makes it back to Benowith, 25. That's the York captain, Oscar. But lovely right next to that hoop. Goes over the top, put it through. 2-0 lead now in, well, again, I believe the score is either 2-0 or 1-0 because, again, the score table don't seem to have updated the number.
So, what we saw there from the Warwick keeper, whose name I don't know, unfortunately, apologies when you watch this back, hopefully you do watch this back. What was really nice there, as you received the pass over the top, just kind of pushed it into the hoop. You don't need to catch it if you're that close. It's a nice little controlled push. Yeah. I think that's a very underutilised skill, in my opinion.
Yeah, a lot of times the low... Oh, lovely shot there from 93. That's in. That brings the score to 2-1. Okay, Brooms down.
And I think Declan is turning around going, okay, score table, guys... we have had some scores. I have called them. I've seen them go through. I've blown my little whistle. And what's going on over there then? Let's see if that's what Declan's called it down for. Or it could just be that the. Oh no, it looks like I think is this Dylan Jones on the right hand side, the AR, has called something. Goal was good. They're just confirming. Nice. Very nice shot there.
Goal is good. And the score finally updated by the score table. That was a little bit of a worry for me there. But yeah, got it all sorted.
3 goals for both teams in one shot. That's impressive.
Yeah, it really is good work. Okay, so.
I think if you're Warwick at that point, you've seen that shot go in. Obviously, it's still quite early in the game, but you've got to have that in the back of your mind that 93 loves the shot, especially on this right-hand side hoop. That's a good, powerful shot as well. It was a good throw.
Spun the hoop as it went through. Lovely work there. Right, okay, so.
As long as it goes through, it doesn't matter if it spins the hoop.
Well, it looks cool, so I'm a fan.
Style
Okay,
points.
Big shot over the top. Goes down to Paul, punches it back. Safe is the call. 31 now making a bit of a drive. There's a beater in the moment, it's not going to help. We see dive on. Surely I want a beater to clean this up any second. Bounces off the top rim of the hoop. Warwick chaser has hands on. I really just want to see someone from York put a hit in here. The beaters should have cleaned this up by now.
I think they have. I think it was.
Okay, good stuff. Right.
What was nice there was when this chaser defense, the scrappiness, the commit to the tackle from York here. Obviously, especially now you've got the two-handed tackling. I think that's been a big factor this weekend.
Such a great improvement to the rule set. I think it's levelled up the contacts across the country, and I think most people would say it's made it safer as well. Maybe the back contact, new back contact, not as universally loved. A lot of cards I've seen given this weekend for that, having to stop completely as you go into the tackle. But yeah.
What I've seen quite nicely in terms of with the two-hand tackling, I've seen a lot more beaters tackling.
Yeah,
and I think
really nice.
Yeah, that level of contact and commitment to tackling is not often seen in the big game, especially if you're the unarmed beater, you're running for that dodge ball. You go to try and grab it, they're not going to throw at you. So now you've got two hands to try and rip it out of them or take them to the ground. I'm loving it.
Cool. So Warwick advancing up here with bludger control. Quite looking for some different angles, fairly aggressive positioning. The keeper here on point for York, just inside the keeper zone, so can't be rolled back. Lovely little drive though. Good. We know what the playbook is for Warwick here, right? They've got it's a swift and good-looking counter. Number 50 is seems to have got a good drive and a strong arm on them.
Looks like they're quite an athletic team and it's quite a tall team as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that run, that drive, that bit of pace to get past the player and put that hand through the hoop, guaranteeing the goal basically. But we know what York want to do. 95 winding up for the shot and thinking about it instead because the keeper's there ready to block.
Looks like there's a hand right in front of that shot we saw Laws go for last time. I want them to move the ball around. Okay, there we go. Move it around a bit more. Keeping it in the hands of one player is very exciting. Great beat there. The shot goes wide though, and the counter is on now. Let's see if the York keeper can put the tackle in. It goes back out again. Lovely. Oh, great beat there.
Hits the ball out of the hand. Really good beat there from the York beater, throwing the dodge ball right at them.
Yeah, looks like York have been able to recover this nicely. I thought that was going to be a goal for sure. Great bit of defence there by the keepers with that dodgeball throw.
Incredible, yeah, really good. Okay, just 2 long days, Zach. Don't worry, long day. But what we saw very nicely was a little bit of passing link-up play between the chasers, throwing the volleyball around on our near side here of the York players. They were running into the tackle just as they were about to kind of be taken out, passing it off. Players got a release. You can't take someone if they've not got the ball, and then recycling that idea.
Napalm coming in here. Oh, shots a bit wide, but it doesn't look like York have still managed to get hands on. Good tackle though, nice little rip out the arms. Dived onto by the Warwick keeper, lovely work.
I think you'll find they dropped onto it because diving is, I believe, a card.
Apologies, dropping onto it.
But again, we're not refs. We can say what we want a little bit in terms of these. But at the end of the day, the refs know the rules, I think definitely better than us too.
I am qualified. I've done a couple of games this weekend, but yeah, the difference between dropping onto it very different from a sort of dive into another player that would be sort of a contact as it happens there.
Really nice little bit of footwork there from the York chaser and the drive. Matt Pael passing over, going back to the keeper. Press screamed.
Oh, caught, lovely catch there by the York chaser on the defence. The only bludger that Warwick have, we see him. Oh, big hit.
The sub box urging them to go on.
Okay, I think that was a big hit.
Big hit. And again, when there is no dodgeballs on defence, it's chaser only, and this athletic Warwick team definitely seem to like a hit.
Yeah. If that's what your chaser defence looks like, you maybe don't need so many bludgers.
It's only dodgeballs, and as we've seen, I think that level of athleticism on the offence is mirrored in the defence, as we're seeing. But looks like it's a loose ball on our near side. Volleyball is loose. Matt, I don't know, Laws is fairly fast. Pael is pretty fast. It could be a quiet... Whoever gets there first, I think, can tap it away and try and position themselves. But the injured player is walking off their own power, which is always nice to see.
Yeah, substitution there by the York keeper for that injury. Okay. I'm expecting hands-on from Matt here, and then a pretty swift throw back to one of the players on the halfway line. A little bit. Okay, he's going to go for the drive. Law's got a hand on. Is eventually offloaded. Okay, great beat there by 40. A lovely catch as well. That's control earned for Warwick, but the volleyball is turned over there to York at the end. First reset used there as they threw it back across the line. Nearly goes over the second one, which would have been the sort of like a single action use of both of the resets.
I think there's only one reset, so it would be a turnover if it goes over both lines.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
See, you know the rules. I knew you knew the rules.
If it goes over from one motion, from past the halfway line to in the keeper zone, then that is using both of them, and it counts as sort of two, and so you see the... okay, lovely little bit kicking here. The pick-up doesn't manage to get the ball in hand cleanly, and a York player managed to drop onto it.
Yeah, there we are, exactly, drop. What we saw quite nicely, see then, when the ball's going off, you've got to drop with your broom, bend your legs and try and scoop it back up. If you try and go and hold it, you better have a really good grip strength, because I don't know about you, I can't do that. My hands aren't strong enough just to put my hand on top of it and pick it back up.
I've been lucky enough to do a couple of coaching sessions with York, and Lancelot over here, number 17, Robin, is a player to watch for in the volleyball offence. A good shot there by just a juke there by Jessup that made me flinch from all the way over here, so I'm sure it spooked Warwick a little bit.
I love a fake. I love a fake shot.
There we go. Lovely shot into that right hoop again. I warned you about Lancelot here.
Yeah, you did. To be fair, that was nice. It looks like York have got it's a really nice different styles of offence here. You've got the athletic drives, dishes and dunks on Warwick, and then you've got the bit more slow, calm, composed shots, mid to long range, I would say, because that one was halfway between the keeper line.
It's a level of shooting we're maybe not used to seeing in some of these university games, you know.
Which gives me a lot of hope for the future of the game. Obviously, university currently at the UK is where most of players join the sport and develop their abilities, and it's nice to see this, I'd say, fairly high level of quad ball being played out.
Yeah, so, okay. Throw across hoops in terms of 50 here. Quite close. We're going to see a shot here. Lovely. That one goes in. Bit shorter range shot, bringing the score to 4-2 in the favour of Warwick.
That was really nice passing volleyball there from Warwick. Managed to pass the ball around in a lovely little L shape, as we've always been taught, creating this little L, and then getting the extra pass to the person on hoops. Wide open hoop, easy goal.
Lovely stuff. Okay. Maisie here now, walking the ball up on the right-hand side. Nice stack. Putting it back into hands of Lancelot after receiving a little bit of pressure. Moving all the way around. Love this box from York. Kit is put in. Lancelot's going to make a run for it, but there's two bloaters in the way. Shot is no good. Goes off probably the backcourt into the hands of Warwick.
What was nice, though, from York, though, is that they've adjusted their offensive play style to understand that Lancelot is a shooter. So they've put someone far on the boundary line, just in case a shot doesn't go wide, in that instance there, that they can kind of hopefully keep it in and keep the attack alive.
Weren't able to scoop it up and get it back to that reset option, but it was still a solid attempt, especially one made without the benefit of that bludge control. So it's the kind of offense you kind of want to see. Sometimes you just get it in, get a goal. It's perfect.
What was really nice is those Lancelot, this little sidestep to avoid the tackle and then take the shot there. And didn't need to fake. It was just nice. But I think we've got a nice big drive here. Good deflect, but loses it.
Doesn't matter if you deflect. Okay, manages to pick it off the ground. Great shot there. This is absolute danger man, number 50 from Warwick here. I don't think we've seen a sub off from them yet either. So I wonder what percentage of this game we'll see them playing.
I don't think Matt this number 50. We're going to call him We're going to call him the one-hand player, because that was again grabbing it from the top, scooping up that volleyball and saying, "This is mine."
Lovely stuff. Okay, so York have to make another play. A little bit of okay, beat's gone a bit wide here. We're going to see a press on. Shot's no good. Beat is on. It's the drive's on here. This unless we can see a huge hit here. Okay, no, from Lancelot, that's going to be another goal, bringing the score to 6-2 for the favour of Warwick.
That was a really nice heads-up play from number 50 of Warwick to run and then go to the right-hand side, knowing that you've come from the left. Lancelot, who's just touched it on the middle hoop, is going to be turning around, assuming you're going down the same side you're running, but to cut across, you've turned Lancelot around. Plus, if Lancelot had made that hit, you've got Matt just there for a little offload. Really good supporting play.
You never really, if you're running with a partner at the hoops in okay, press is on, gets hit, ball goes down. Let's see if they can get hands on for Warwick. No, okay. I'm expecting another shot here into that nice tall middle hoop. No, okay, doesn't need it. Oh, misses. Okay, ref in the okay.
I think personally, from my angle, it looked like it spanned the hoop. But again, we've got what 1, 2, 3, I think 4 or 5 refs who can see this. So
Absolutely.
wild speculation from me on that one. But it didn't look like it went in. It was a nice step though.
Oh, we're seeing a yellow card. High contact onto the looks like the Warwick keeper in the green headband there. We'll see some shuffling around of headbands as you do when you have a substitution in a card in the keeper line. But yeah,
I think you always have to have a keeper on, right? I think that's the one position you have to have on.
Yeah, so you have to. If you are the keeper, you get a card, which never happens to me when I keep.
Never.
You have to swap it with a player in white so that they are your new keeper, and they get all the benefits that you normally would as the keeper. So because of that card, we're seeing a quaffle turnover into the hands of a player with a reasonably straightforward shot into that goal.
You've got to look where the dodgeballs are, and if you look on the stream, I don't know if you can see it, but they all seem to be at the halfway line with one in the hands of Warwick. This should be a nice goal, and it is.
Lovely stuff. Okay, 6-2, 6-3 here.
Well, not officially yet. Score table obviously is the official one.
Yeah. So we're expecting 6-3 here to be the score. We need to see a bit of a change in York if they want to claw this one back. If you're in the coaching zone, you're one of the York coaches, what kind words would you have to say? What things would you tweak about the play style?
I think they need to use their dodgeballs on defence. Sorry.
Okay, so there's a drive there that results in a goal, but Lancelot is going to convert it 1-for-1 immediately. Lovely counter, but we're seeing a big brooms down.
Well,
here.
the drive from Warwick actually didn't go in.
Oh, okay.
That's why Lancelot in the white headband could pick up the volleyball.
Okay, without having to touch the keeper again.
Exactly,
I thought that one had gone through. In that case, you're even happier to see that goal by now.
Yeah, that was really good pitch awareness from Lancelot to understand that the dodgeballs are tied up, that all the Warwick chasers have committed forward, and that you can just pick it up and use your speed. As we've seen the shots and the speed from Lancelot, again, one to watch for the future, definitely.
Yeah, so we've seen a stoppage here. One of the things you get to enjoy if you're a beater and you have your hands on it is that currently, even though they're both off their brooms and the game has paused, but that you can see a pair of beaters with their hands on the dodgeball inside the York keeper zone. They're just going to have to stand like that for the next couple of minutes as this occurs.
Well, you can actually let go during this moment here while it booms down. But once the game's about to get going, when everyone gets ready, that's when you can put your hands back on. But again, if I'm doing that, I probably won't.
Risk.
Yeah. I wouldn't give it back.
Okay, so we're seeing a swap of one of the hoops. It looks like some damage caused to the base. We're going to see the refs here swap in a new one. I'm not exactly sure what happened to that one. It looks like it was standing up, but maybe leaking water or something. No.
I think I saw it earlier today a couple of times. It's just been knocked, and I think there's a little hole in it, and the water's gone flying.
Okay. Which is not. You don't want loose liquids flying around when you're playing quad ball, do you?
Definitely not. But it looks like we have a new base sorted. One of the, I think, tournament assistant director, or like one of the helps of events in QUK, Fran Morris, with another base just in case. Can never have too many bases.
Stuff. Okay, so the only question was if that whistle was blown before the goal. I believe it was after, but the ball is on the ground currently. So
I think because of the injury, it was a advantage played. The goal was good. The stoppage happened. The injury sub was taken, and then the ball is reset with the keeper, who has been beat out, I believe, so they need to touch
so that's
back
why it didn't go back into the hands immediately. That makes sense. Okay, so we can see this beater maul occurring as another hoop is knocked down. York do manage to clean that one up. Obviously, the bludger managed to make its way back there. Let's see what Warwick can do on this offense. A lovely throw over straight to the hands, taken stationary. You really want to have that on the move if possible. Goes the way back to number 50, who looks like he's going to take a shot at it. Lovely shot, but it doesn't go through quite. Let's see what York can manage to do when they've got possession of this bludger now.
I think they are still 2 up. This is what we're talking about. Still 2 up. They could maybe take it a little bit slower. The momentum, I think, has shifted recently in the last few minutes to York. A couple of those quick counters. Lancelot has come on and really made an impact in the game, but I believe they've subbed off.
I cannot see them currently, so I think that is the case, yeah.
We have the sun in our eyes. Unfortunately, we haven't had a lovely set of hats spun for us, but just got my hand over my eyes to try and see if anyone's there.
Brilliant. Okay, so a big exchange of bludgers. They're all on the ground. Oh, lovely shot there by number 93. Goes right through that middle hoop, bringing the score now to 6-5.
Yeah, we identified Laws earlier as a prolific shooter based upon that first goal. But again, no bases. We saw one shot that went in that looked like a good shot. We went definitely a shooter. You got to be watching that.
Yeah, you got it. When you're in on the defence, when you're playing quad ball, you very quickly learn to this is the person that's going to shoot. I need to watch for that arm, and it changes completely the shape of your body and the positions that you're in because you need to watch for the shot rather than the drive sometimes.
And obviously, especially with it's like in basketball, you don't want to shoot to get hot. You don't want them to be making all these shots because if they start on getting a feel for the game, feel for the volleyball, feel for the shots where the hoops are, it's really hard to slow them down.
So we've seen a timeout here called by Warwick. We've had a couple goals in a row for York, which means that looks like they're trying to evaluate their strategy and kind of get this lead back to where they were a few points ago, which was being 30, 40 points up. Any thoughts about what you'd want to change if you were in charge of Warwick?
Well, I would first be trying to ascertain the time of the game because that could be a big factor, whether the flag runner is released in the next few minutes or they're going to maybe be 10 minutes because you need to start using your momentum. I think what they've probably done is a timeout to try and halt the momentum of York because they've started to get with some of those few goals you mentioned. And give your players like number 50, who hasn't probably subbed off to my knowledge, a bit of a rest. Sometimes when you're playing these games in this kind of sun, it's not boiling. If you're running around this heat, it really does drag on you. You
want to take one of those subs as soon as possible. One thing I would say is if we see snitch on pitch and we're going to see a bubble by both teams, which is what you'd expect at this level with the position we're in, I really favour the Warwick driving game over the York shooting game. It's probably a little bit simplistic, but if these teams are going 1-for-1, I think Warwick is going to come out on top if there's no bludgers involved, no dodgeballs involved.
If they pull it away, but we've seen with Lancelot and Laws a bit of pace. So if you can get past that first would-be tackler, or if you could take the tackle and dish it off, that would also be very effective from the York perspective. And I think that's what they might try and employ, where, as you said, York will use their physicality, their athleticism to try and push those goals through.
Absolutely. Okay, so.
But I think when it comes to the beating game, again, I don't know many players, but I do know, I believe it's Alex Christensen from York, very good beater, will definitely be one.
Oh, lovely bit of, okay, I thought we were going to be okay in terms of the hoop tent here, but it looks like Jessup's going to be able to get this in. There's no blooders in the way. Hand through hoop, please. There we go. Lovely stuff.
So, really nice step in there. Try to go for the goaltending, legal goaltending, as the keeper's allowed to do.
As they have the permission to do from the green headband.
And the Warwick chaser re-identified that and went, okay, well, I can't shoot because they can just block it their body. Put my hand physically through the hoop, and you can't stop that.
You can hoop tend a shot, whereas it's quite difficult to hoop tend an entire person and their arm.
Yeah.
So.
But then again, in turn, the York keeper noticed and identified there was no real set defence. There was one, the Warwick keeper had been beaten out and was coming back in, but not really there for the defence.
Throw out, nice reset, goes in hands of 22. Let's see if they can finish it. Oh, lovely positioning there. Doesn't really go through. Can we see the goal? Okay, not on the hoop we were expecting, but managed to get it in anyway. That brings the score to 9-6 now. 8-6. Okay, cool.
Sometimes you have to make those extra steps. I think it looked like the Warwick keeper was trying to go for a little backwards flick through this near side short hoop. Wasn't there. Good identification.
Yeah, a lot of numbers from York on it in the defence, so pick a different hoop. There's 3 of them for a reason. Okay, so lovely shot there that I think is going to be called good by York. Again, such differences in play style here, but no bludgers here for York. So I'm expecting to see a drive in here, and I want someone to put the hit in on this drive early. Let's see if it can happen. Need to wrap, keep the ball out. A couple players. Oh, lovely bit of defence there by Jessup, who's just going to go because they've overextended with those bludgers. This is going to equalise the score at 8-all. And I think we're probably around 15 to 17 minutes, I reckon. And we'll see some snitch on pitch soon, which means we get to have a bubble, Gio.
I am very excited for this. This game has been intense. I said, and I think we said earlier, that it was going to be a close game. I didn't expect it to be this close. It's been a momentum-shifting game. I think Warwick went out ahead, York pulled it back, then Warwick took that timeout, and it seems like Warwick have kind of pulled it back a little bit. But York, with the solid defence there, chaser only, ripping that volleyball out, and then identifying, well, I am immune as a keeper in my zone. I can't be tackled or hit by a dodgeball, but what I can do is I can run.
Absolutely. Okay, so 31 catches in the middle, takes a beat, but Lancelot's got hands on, scoops it, kicks it. Doesn't get, gets beat sadly. Great throw there, but Jessup's right on the flank, puts it through. Lovely stuff. Okay, so now 9-8. York with the lead. Not that that's going to matter in a couple of minutes. I think we're going to see this one stay and swim for the rest of the game unless one of these teams really drastically changes the strategy. But yeah.
What was really nice there from the York keeper is not going, well, Lancelot's really good. I mean, this is an easy goal for them. I'm just going to let them run on their own. What they did is they followed up. Lancelot got beat and went, oh, well, I'll have that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you just have to run with support in these kind of games. If you're going by yourself, sometimes that beat just yeeted a dodgeball from halfway down the pitch. It's going to land on you. Nothing you can do about it. You're running forwards. You're not looking behind you. You run quicker if you're looking one way. Which means it's so important to have that runner in support.
God, I've not heard yeeted in ages, Zach.
Well, sorry, I'm one for the slang. Oh, great block by Jessup. Gets hands in. Bludgers are on the ground. I think we're going to see. I'd like to see them go here.
No, you had Badger right in the middle of the dodgeball. Yeah,
see,
yeah.
I love running for hoops. I miss them all the time. It's yellow. The sun's in her eyes, Gio. Or just smarter play from York than from me. And Napalm coming in here from Christensen. Eats the beat. Doesn't catch it. Okay. A ball looks like hit a beater there.
It hit a dodgeball, I think.
Oh,
and
heavens.
Yeah, I think that's a yellow card. In my wild speculation of my basic rule knowledge, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's intentional, it's a yellow. If it's an accident, it can be a blue.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought if it's intentional, it's a red because it's interpositional play. But I believe maybe it's only if they stop a goal.
Rule books.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of rules.
Yeah. It's a big. Those of you who haven't read it, it's a big book. It's about 200 pages long, and you need to understand a lot of it if you want to get ref qualified, which all these wonderful refs are, obviously. So yeah.
Which I find amazing because I've tried to take some of these tests, and there's a lot of words, and I don't word good, as you can tell from my awful commentary. So.
Okay, lovely shot there by number 69 for York. One of the funny numbers. So let's.
Could you not tell by the enthusiasm there? Score is 9-8, I believe. One up to York.
We should see 10-8 now if that goal was good. But you know what? I'm sure the head refs keeping track of it. Okay, so moving the ball around. This kind of let's see what Lancelot can do on the defense. Eats it. I could have sworn that was beat. A bit of a charge. Okay, goes through. No good. Let's see if 31 can finish it. Back into the hands of number 50. Someone needs to make a big hit here and wrap that arm, but it's going through. That brings the score to 10-9 now. And it looks like that 31 thought there was a brooms down being called there. There was not, and had to go back to hoops for dismounting. So play until the whistle, my friends.
Yeah, always stay up until someone says no, actually stop, and then you go back to your original spot, which I find.
Let's see a shot here. No good, but it looks like one of the York players is going to get to it first. They're going to finish it though. Stevenson, number 73. Lovely bit of interception there by the keeper, number 31. Let's see. Okay, so Warwick with bludger control now. York making a couple substitutions on the defense, which is always risky, but not a huge amount of pace coming out here from Warwick.
I don't think they need to. They want to keep control. You've got the flag running, about to enter the pitch. I believe that is Mikey Ansell.
Ooh, okay. That should take a while to catch, I think.
I don't know. Looks like, is that Lancelot on the other side lining up?
Yes, this is where I like Lancelot the most in the Seeker game. Fantastic player.
Goal is good, taking it to a level game. 10-10. Nothing in it.
Good stuff. Okay, Robin running up at the head. Just makes a shot from quite a way out. Wouldn't have gone for that one myself, but I can't throw. That's why I wouldn't do that.
That's fair. I think a bit of patience maybe. Wait for someone behind you. But we're hearing no bludgers called. Drops.
Mount there. I hope this player is okay. They are. 31. No bludgers are called. Lovely little shot over the top into the hands of fella behind the hoop, and then pops it through. Score now 11-10. We're going to see snitch runners released any moment.
I think this is a timeout called by York. Again, momentum shifting timeout potentially, or a tactical timeout to try and discuss what you're going to do. The Seekers are about to be released. I think we've got Matt Pael and Lancelot, both fairly gangly, tall people, trying to get around Mikey Ansell's strong arms. Let's see if they can get that flag. Who's your money on during this game? Obviously, there's nothing between them in the volleyball game. Who I think it will come down to the beaters, right? Who can throw the dodgeballs, who can control that space better.
I expect to see both teams bubble here. I think the beta game's been pretty even so far. We haven't seen a lot of control moving around between those. Like, it's been moving around a lot. It's not been held consistently by one team. It's just about seeing what they can do with those dodgeballs. I honestly don't know this Warwick Seeker too well, but I've got confidence that they'll be able to do the work. It looks like, even though timeout was called, the teams haven't positioned for it. I'm not sure if there's some discrepancy in terms of score or time the head ref is wanting to take advantage of. Normally you'd see a minute countdown, which hasn't started yet. None of the players have left the sub boxes. If we are in a swim position with bubbling, I still think I back the Warwick chasing style over the approach that York have been taking.
Illegal timeout called. So I believe, if I remember correctly, that is a blue card to your speaking captain. So someone from your pitch has to go to the sidelines, and I believe it was illegal because you're not allowed to do it when the flag runner's on pitch.
Yeah, you have to get it in before 19 minutes. I guess that York thought the time was 20 you're allowed to call it by, and they were trying to get it in before the player was released. But yeah, flag runner, no timeouts. Okay.
But what they are allowed to do is when there's a stoppage in play, whether the flag runner's on pitch or not, you're allowed to call it. So you call the illegal one, take the blue card, and they call it anyway.
Yeah, we do. A timeout still happened.
No, a timeout is happening now.
Yeah.
But this is a technically legal one because it happened during the stoppage in which they got carded for the illegal one. 4D chess. 4D chess.
I'm so confused right now. Is this one of these things? This feels like a thing I should learn about in Star Trek. Like, what's happening? Okay, cool.
It's one of those 4D chess moves. We need the timeout. We're not really going to get a break in the game unless there's a big brooms down. Okay. So if we call it, maybe it was intentional, maybe it was next level thinking, or maybe it was just an accident.
Happy little accident.
Happy accident. They went, oh wait, no, oh it's a stop. We can call it now, right? And they went, yeah, and then they called it.
Okay, so we're going to see both the players return to brooms here. We've got a couple of less than a minute. Less than a minute. We know until the Seekers are onto the pitch, going after that flag runner. The control is with Warwick, and the volleyball is with York. We will probably see some bubbling here, and hopefully some quite intense dodgeball play from both sides. And I'm excited to see if someone is able of catching this snitch. The score is, I think, 11-10 in the favour of Warwick at the moment. So the catch wins the game. Winner takes all.
Countdown, but it looks like Warwick are committing the dodgeball still to the chaser game. Looks like Lancelot's got a free run. Let's see. Tries to get past Mikey,
okay, no.
But there we go. Comes and just shields off Lancelot. But
Let's see if the York beater can get in the way. Looks like they can for a second. Okay, so exchange of control is all over the place at the moment. Bludger there, bludger here. A bit of prioritisation. Lancelot takes the beat, but it looks like York are going to come out of the one with control, and I'd happily take a thing. We're seeing an advantage here being called against York. Yep. Some foul has happened that we're now going to see a brooms down for. Any clue what that was?
I believe, and this is my wild speculation, but I'm going to go it was in the beating game. The York beater got beat, held on to it, and didn't drop it afterwards, and then kind of accidentally dropped it back towards their hoops. And I believe it's probably going to be playing on with him with it's either yellow card playing on after beat, or yellow card illegal interruption with a ball, I believe.
Sounds about right to me.
Is that your professional opinion, or is this your wild speculation opinion?
You said a lot of words, and it sounded good to me, and I was thinking about what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
So
talk with confidence. Sounds like you know what you're doing. Let's have a look.
Yellow, okay. Looks like a card is being awarded to 37.
Yep.
Okay, yellow card, like you said. Good stuff. Okay, let's see.
So, if you are, there you go. Esther is calling that we should let them score. We should let them have the goal. You can always just score no goal.
If you're smart here, you don't go for this goal as Warwick, I think.
True, but the volleyball is with York, so if you're even smarter, if you're York, I wouldn't let them get it,
okay.
and I'd go for their own goal.
Okay, brilliant. That's but the thing is, I think there's 2 cards being served right now. So I believe the
Quaffle
blue for the Quaffle player is the first one. So you have to score 2 own goals, which I probably don't think is worth it, because that will put you to the point where the catch means an overtime for you, not a win. So I think York are going to have to sit this one out.
Or you wait for the first one to be released. You find out the time of the first penalty on the blue card. If they're being released in the next 10 seconds or so, you then let them out.
Okay, there was actually a Quaffle turn over there.
Yeah, because it was a yellow card.
Okay, so one of them needs to be released. There's a bit of confusion here about if it was both or not. Okay, so the captain, Oscar, is being sent back. Until we see another goal, the York beater is going to have to stay in the penalty box until the penalty is served. I'm expecting to see some real patient quad ball from York until this second one is served. Currently, the bubble has been set up, but it looks like Robin's going to go for it. Okay, doesn't go through. You hate to see it.
But I believe we are going to be called. This is neck contact based upon Declan's indication of tapping his neck.
Yep.
Which means it will be, I believe, a yellow card on the offending player, who I didn't really see which one did it. Potentially, so that means the headband changes. It will be a volleyball turnover, and I believe it's Laws, whose first name is Robin, will...
You know what? I think I heard that once. I've got no idea. It could be a completely different person. I'm just going to have Laws.
You're going with confidence here, but...
No, I think that I'm really tired. I've played like 6 games Quidditch. I've had 1 sub all weekend. We'll see. Yeah, Laws is going to have the Quaffle, the volleyball here. Let's see if they can get it through that hoop. You would expect to.
So if you're the keeper here, Warwick, this is where you maybe try and go for the goaltending, because I don't think you're going to get in front.
Yeah, you've got to get behind, get the hand through, and it's about if we're going to see a shot or a hand through hoop. I'd like to see a shot from the short range because it gives you the most chance. We're going to see a drive instead. Does not go through. Goal is no good. Looking at the Seeker game at the moment, control is firmly in the hands of Warwick, and a lot of free time here for number 34. See if they can catch Ansel. Okay, so the goal has been scored now, which means that the York beater is now back in. Let's see what can happen in the gameplay there. So currently we are at 13-10, according to scorekeepers, which means that if there is a catch for York, it will result in an overtime, not a win. So we are sort of out of the point where the catch means everything. We'll have to play on for a set score.
That miss, how crucial could that miss have been there from Laws? I think I like the idea of trying to go round, but you maybe try and go round and go for that middle or that far hoop.
Ooh, a big shove onto Lancelot there. Goal is good for York. I heard a whistle, which means we are now at 11-13 to the favour of Warwick.
So if you're York here, you want to get that turnover and then play so conservatively, because you haven't been able to stop this athletic team. Good attempted tackle there, but just such a big player. And then even when you do successfully tackle, the little offloads there.
So I think, okay, we're going to see a
injury stoppage
here. So if you're York here, this goal is really important to you, and the snitch catch is it's not as helpful right now because it gets you overtime. So at the moment, what you need in these positions is the ability of your beaters to very confidently know whether they should be in the volleyball game or in the flag runner game. And I want to see a switch here for a couple seconds, get yourself a goal, and then you can go back to bubbling, right?
I think if I was Warwick here and I was the Warwick Chasers, I would go for a high press. Sounds really odd, but they've got the athleticism to be able to do it, in my opinion, and the height that you want to stand on their keeper line, force them to come out to you, immediately tackle them. Because if they stay in their keeper line, that's a delay of game, blue card, volleyball turnover, and you're out their keeper line to get the easy goal to push it beyond range. Because at the moment, it's 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. If you can go 4-3, 4-3, it's a lot more comfortable if you're on the Warwick in that position.
Absolutely. Okay, so everyone's back to brooms. No calls made following that stoppage for injury. We are currently at 14-11 in the favour of Warwick. I'd like to see what's going to happen now. Quaffle is with the York keeper.
Yes, because I think the goal was good.
Goal was good. Still in the keeper zone, so no contact possible here for at least a couple of seconds. Let's see if they try to pull off this high pressure Dio was trying to walk us through.
That's what I would do, but let's see again. This might not be something they've worked through. They're obviously, I don't know how many of them are freshers. but they do look like they are trying to go for it.
I'm going to see at least one.
Good
Lovely
block,
bit of
though.
hands there. Okay, both dropping onto it. Back to hoops, 50, sent home.
Yep. And a close, almost catch there from Matt Payel.
Let's see if Christensen has got a little bit of alone time. The first that York have had in a couple minutes. Okay, we're seeing there's just a maul on the ground here, which this sometimes happens when you have not very many.
This is a niche rule. I've not seen this one called because I've seen the mauls in the keeper zone, but this one is the blue ball has got it.
So when it stops on offense, we should talk about this goal. Yeah, that goes through. So what happens there is normally it happens in the keeper zone,
typically,
which means that there's when play stops. Okay, there's just it doesn't matter. Rules are great. We're going to see quite a lot of control is still with Warwick here, but a little bit of alone time here for number 49 Christensen. Let's see if we can get a breakage of the arms. Ansel seems very hard to beat with. Laws is going, even though there is not any blooders in the game. They've got a seeker there. Shot goes very wide. Reset used there. It's going to get scooped up by York before we have it.
I think if you are York, you need to go for the catch. This chaser only defense is not working. You need to get your bludgers back, or your dodgeballs back on the chaser game, back on that volleyball game. So Lancelot here needs to get a nice catch.
You want to see one as soon as possible if you can. There's a lot of running around. Jessup gets beat, and we're going to see a big counter here. Again, York just aren't equipped to deal with this driving game without blooders in. The contact isn't big enough. Let's see if Lancelot can get a catch in. There's a ball on the ground here. Looks like a tackle onto 18. Let's see how well Oscar can defend it. Throws the ball back. Lancelot gets beat. Nearly a catch there. But yeah, everything in the hands of Warwick here, with the exception of a cheeky beat onto their seeker, number 34. Okay, advantage called against York here. What do you think that was?
Delay penalty. I believe, from what I saw, it was something going on in the beating game. I didn't see the incident. I saw the ref call it, which I believe was Dylan Jones on our near side right side, which I don't know if it was on camera or not. They identified that there was some sort of beater infraction. Alerted the refs. The other ARs also put their hands up, which is nice to see, which is what you're meant to be doing. So to help alert the head ref as soon as possible. And the head ref, Declan Ramsey, is going to just come and discuss what the card is. It's a yellow card, but I don't know what for.
I didn't hear that, did you?
I heard tackling, blah, 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 blah.
So a tackle was made that Deck didn't like. That makes sense.
That was deemed illegal.
Yeah.
I'm going to wildly speculate that they punched them now, but that'd be a red card. No, we're not going to have any crazy.
An incidental punch.
Yeah. Just
can happen to them.
Yeah. You slip and your fist flies into their face. It happens.
Yeah. Okay. So, right. Let's see if. Okay. So. Again, a quaffle turnover as a result of that infraction, I believe. Again, a little bit of alone time for Lancelot, but we're going to see a goal. Oh, a lovely goal here. I think that went through, but I know call has been made. No goal. Okay, beat before or something like that. Okay.
Matt Payel to try and catch it for the win. We've got a bit of alone time. There is only obviously one beater, very close.
Nearly. Lancelot lands a beat. Yeah, so we've seen York here pull the chasers back into the beaters back into the volleyball game. And Warwick doing the same. So these Sikhs can have a little bit of time alone. I'm not sure who this favours.
Well, I think it favours, at the moment, I think it favours Warwick with one of the beaters in the sin bin for York.
Absolutely, yeah, of course. So Oscar manages a great trade, catches well, but gets beat by number 40. A little bit. Both these Seekers can have a go at this. They've not got long before the dodgeballs are going to be back in play. But we can just watch this briefly. Both hands here onto Lancelot. Gets beat. A little bit of alone time. That is another goal in. Oh, nearly. Very close catch there as number 34 was going down. 17-12 the score now. Warwick are healthily out of the range where the catch is going to help. Jessup's going to put a heroic drive in, but it doesn't matter if there is a big two-handed tackle. We need to see York reset here as soon as possible, ready for a drive that I reckon is going to happen.
So we're currently on the first handicap with the flag runner, which basically means that the Mikey Ansel, this
Ooh,
flag runner.
lovely intercept here by Laws. Doesn't manage to get it. Trips. Oh. Okay, change of seeker here. Christensen on, but it looks like we've seen a possible... Okay, I'm seeing some clutching of cards. A yellow here against the keeper, number 50.
Is that the second yellow?
I believe it's the first.
Okay.
At least for that player. Yeah.
That's what I thought. We're hearing from our camera team. We've got Ben, who is speculating that is also a second yellow. I thought it was as well. But let's see. Declan obviously has been keeping track as head ref, and we are just wild speculators on the sidelines.
Yeah, one of the disadvantages of the way that needing a massive space for a camera setup is it cannot be on the same side as all the scorekeepers and the timekeepers who have accurate access to this kind of information. So we just have to sit over and look at them longingly, wishing for information. Okay, cool. So...
It's got just a little bit cold, hasn't it?
Yeah, the sun is behind a cloud right now.
Oh, and there's a little bit of a wind chill as well.
Yeah, okay, so Snitch is live. Beat number 49 here for York. But it looks like we're going to see Jessup drive it up. Let's see if Stevenson can finish. Not the same shot arm as we were seeing from Laws earlier. Lovely bit of work, couple chases behind hoops. Let's see if it can be finished.
I think the game seems to have just gone away from York just a little bit in these last, I'd say 5-10 minutes since the flag runner's come on at least. That, as we said and predicted earlier, the athleticism of Warwick, just not really allowing an answer for York, and especially if they're not trading 1-for-1 in games like this, you need to be...
Ooh, lovely goal there from 73. That brings us to 17-13. Yeah, I think that York have definitely done a bit better since they started bringing their dodgeballs back into the volleyball game. But we'll have to see. Okay, so couple beats exchanged here. Goal for Warwick over there, bringing us to 18-13. Ansel's been doing a really good job of just not getting caught. We can't be far off second handicap now, I think.
I'm also wild speculation. I think, yeah, I agree. I don't think it's that wild, but
Ooh,
I think, yeah.
Nearly. I think there was a hand on that flag there. Okay, so again, we really need... Okay. There's been just lots of alone time here that neither team's been able to convert into a catch.
We were discussing the flag runner. Mikey Ansel is very strong. You don't really want to get in a battle. You want to use your long limbs to get around those hands. Don't get into a fight. Mikey's quite strong. Use your speed.
Lancelot back on. It's much easier to sneak up on a flag runner when there's bludgers involved. When it's just the two of you, it's much harder. It becomes more of a case of strength and an arm breaking and diving if neither of the players are being beat, or using opportunities made by the other seeker looking for stuff. Okay, Laws makes a bit of a shot. It's swatted out of the air by a Warwick chaser. 19-13 is the score now. So even if York do manage to catch this, we are looking at a lengthy set score battle where they will need to score 3 goals to Warwick's 6 goals to Warwick's 3. That's a catch.
From my position, it's good. And there's a delay penalty against Warwick, which would not negate the catch if it's a good catch. That would impact the overtime, though, because we'd go to a score of 19-16 star. The card would be applied as everyone leaves, as the two seekers and flag runner leaves the pitch. To me, it looks good. Christensen, no, not Christensen, sorry.
Yeah,
Lancelot dived, failed, but was on the ground, just kind of sat up on their knees and just went for the catch. Wasn't expecting, I don't think, Mikey Ansel.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, so I hope this is good because it means we get to do set score, and set score is very exciting for commentary.
I may have to leave you though because I'm actually about to. I'm playing in the next game, so I need to kind of warm up. But I'm sure you can handle this on your own.
Solo, that's fine. I'll give it a go. Let me know when you got to make a move, and yeah, I mean it's on this pitch, isn't it? So you just have to warm up, won't you? Oh,
no, it's still to warm up. It's going to be an intense game. It is the community final, no?
Yeah, you definitely will.
Between Velociraptors Quadball Club and London Quadball Club.
All these quad balls we have to say now. I don't know if you're catching this at home, but I'm having to correct the words I'm using to the ones that won't get us sued quite frequently. I
have been talking a lot slower than I normally do to be very mindful of every single interaction in which I'm using the word volleyball, flag runner, and dodgeball. I know I've noticed myself slip a few in by accident, and it will take time. I've played the sport for about 6 years. It's a big change after obviously 6 years of doing it, but I do think that it's a good change, it's an important change, and it's one that we can all adapt to.
Absolutely. I hope I'm also able to adapt to it. I might be too old to learn new tricks.
Oh, you're not that old, Zach.
We'll see.
You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Okay, so it's an extended conversation here.
I think it's to do with that card. Remember the delay penalty
Yeah,
against
of course,
Warwick?
yeah.
So that it looks like that is being enforced, which means I suspect the catch is going to be called good. But no, actually the catch is going to be called no good. The flag, the tag, whatever you want to be calling it, is back on the flag runner.
The tennis ball in the sock. It's a bit of a mouthful for commentary, isn't it?
That is, yeah. But the flag is back on the flag runner.
Yellow card applied. Catch, no good. A turnover of the quaffle from Warwick to York.
Turnover of the volleyball, right?
Volleyball.
Just as we were talking about it, you know that was bound to happen. We'd just been discussing
I
it.
jinxed it by talking about it. A rookie error, frankly. Okay, so.
Okay, I think I might have to let you go, regrettably.
Okay,
but I've had a lot of fun commentating with you, Zach.
Thanks
as
a lot,
always.
Gio. See you soon. Good luck
See
in
you
your
soon.
game.
Thank you. Take care.
Hello, everyone. This is going to be a slightly introspective bit of commentary from me here. So we see Lancelot on the... Oh, okay. Touches the side of it. Gets beat there. Beats traded back. A kick in the hands. York 11 doing a good job of managing to get control back there for their team. A bit of a maul in the side. Lancelot's going to have some time alone without any beaters in the way. Let's see if the arms can be breaking, if Mikey is able doing that. Broom sadly pulled out. I think that Warwick will be back in play by the time this one happens. I'm really hoping somebody sort of appears to help me so I don't have to talk repeatedly for as long as this is. Maybe worth putting something in a group chat somewhere. Okay, no. So, big trade of beaters. Both these teams seem to have moved. Okay, so there's a maul here happening on the ground. Number 9 forced to move here. 34 Payat making a run at it, gets shoved into the ground. A volleyball player makes it. Turnover of Budges. Control here sitting with Warwick. Second handicap being called by the SR. Jeffer. Snitches down, so we have to do a pause while the second handicap is applied. We're going to see some York bringing the volleyball down the left flank. Oscar going in for a big charge. Puts into the hands of Laws. Let's see a shot here. That seems to have been called good, that beat. I'm expecting to see a big charge here. Let's see what this new York seeker is capable of doing. Quite close to the edge is the call there by the SR. I'm expecting to see a beat here onto number 37, Wilson. Lovely. Okay, no, that is dropped there. Slight throw back. Let's see if Laws has got the drive on. Couple players in the way. Use the options. You really want to put it into the hands of Oscar or somewhere similar. Archie might be able to get a catch here. Broom's down being called. I'm not exactly sure what this is for. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of a breath here. I've been forced by the fell clutch of circumstance to do this one by myself. Okay. There's a gold medal on the line here for these teams. Warwick, one catch away from winning the university division. York, a catch and then some other stuff away from winning. So it's going to be a longer road for them if they manage to manage it. 6 points. A catch and 6 points, I'm being told. I could do that maths as I was thinking about it. Okay, so... Massive violence against the snitch referee being committed there as a hat is nearly knocked off. If that was a player, I'd see a card there, but apparently you can't card flag runners. Bit of a pause. So a play there about the right of way is the call. A warning being given by deck. If you are beat, you have to give way to players who are not beat. Whoever it was who did that on whichever team it was, lucky to avoid a card there. We're going to see the volleyball make its hands into a York chaser with a relatively open hoop by the looks of things. Let's see what York are able to do on this offense. I'm hoping to just go through. Lovely stuff. That is a goal. Okay, so Archie going to be able to, has a little bit of time here, but there's dodgeballs in the way. Ansel nice and protected. Let's see if number 34 is able to get a catch in here. Oh, thrown down, nearly touches it. It's so very, very close, this game. 19-14 the score in favour of Warwick. We need to see a little bit. Okay, big loopy shot here from number 50. That goal is called good. I wasn't sure where the beat happened in the motion. Lancelot has some time alone. Let's see if they can make it happen. Okay. Oh, okay. Thrown down. It looks like both players possibly dismounted here. Okay. Beat Blue Seeker back to hoops, being the call. Mikey gets some time to cool down. We've gone past our second handicap, which think it means the time is past 30 minutes now. Ooh, I heard a bit of Velcro there, but it was not a catch. A drive is happening. Number 50 in the volleyball game is making a drive for it. There is a dodgeball in the way, though. That goal is no good, possibly beat before. Thrown onto the ground. Oh, that catch. There was a catch, but I think that touched the ground, right? Bateman, can I get some help on the commentary? I'm here by myself. Come on. I mean, I've coached York before. It's fine. Hey, how you doing, Matt?
I'm good. I'm good.
Should you not be warming up for the game that's about to happen that you're playing?
I will. Don't worry.
Okay, good stuff. Gio's already abandoned me to warm up.
Fair enough. I mean, I'll go. I've just been running for ages doing the Werewolf Olympians third, so I'm very warm.
How did that one go for the last
It went very well. Good game, good clean game between both. But Wells came out on top quite handily, but huge stint. Like Olympians are doing very well.
Okay,
you love to see it.
A goal there in the favour of York, and we see some bludgers moving around in various positions.
Yep. And the York Seeker having another go. It's got to be soon. Maddie coming in for another jump.
So Seeker's having a little bit of time without beaters in the way here. Oh, again! Drops it once more. Tragedy. Snitches down. Back to hoops.
It's two drops.
Two drops in a row. It looks like we're seeing a drive here from number 25 in the Quaffle game. We might be seeing a goal.
They've done it twice now. Let's see, can they do it a third time? As York looking at the score now.
York have scored. Score is now 20-16. That means
are we going to see another overtime university final? I hope not. I mean, for the schedules everywhere.
For the schedule's sake. I mean, it is currently 5:15.
It's late.
It's late. The venue usually closes at 6. I understand.
The final should have started 15 minutes ago, so I should be warming up. To be fair, it's fine. I'll be warm.
You can go if you like. I'm capable.
No.
This is myself. Okay, so this one has gone long. York currently without any volleyballs or dodgeballs. Again, these catches are so close. Ansel is down to one arm now, so that makes it easier to kind of break any arms and grapple. You can dive a bit easier.
We're watching them fight for it. Maddie looks exhausted.
Very much so. Okay. Good bit of offense here for number 22. The tackler is beat from York. Jessup sent back to hoops.
Come on, and we've got a great view. This could be it. This could be the one.
Oh! Goes through the leg. Touches it a couple of times, but not able to pull it out.
So much time for the Seekers here. Mikey, the snitch, is just not having it.
No, okay, Jessup putting a drive in. I think we'll see a goal here. You know what this means? We're at the point. If that goes through and it is good.
And wouldn't you know it? Here's the York Seeker coming in for it.
Come on, Lancelot.
Overtime.
Please give me an overtime. Okay,
Warwick Beater stepping in is like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
Absolutely not.
Maddie's got Beater squaring off.
Okay. Warwick Seeker beat by the York Beater there. We see some trades there. Looks like 50's been doing a lot of driving this game and puts another goal in. We are now back at 21-17. Catch will be not equalising yet.
No, it won't. It'll be an overtime catch. Maddie's so close. The crowd's there. Come on.
We're seeing a lot of play through the legs happening here by Matty. And
yeah, you know, it works.
It's a good technique if the snitch is down to one arm. It becomes a bit easier. Oh, Lancelot going in.
One time.
Back to hoops though after that
Come on,
dive.
Maddie, now's your chance.
Another goal for York. We're at 21-18.
Yes, so it's now 3. Mikey looking quite tired.
I can only imagine.
Shout out to snitches everywhere for long games.
You do not get, when you're snitching like this, going for 30 minutes ago is a lot harder than playing Quidditch for 30 minutes in a row.
What's Quidditch? This is quad.
Sorry.
Thank you. For those at home.
I've been getting
It's all right.
so much today. Yeah. It's the new words. I have to call them
These newfangled words.
These newfangled words. These flag runners and their volleyballs and their dodgeballs. I'm not that smart. But yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Okay, so
let's get this game going back on as head ref Declan Ramsey adjudicates. Goal's good. So yeah, 21-18 or 210 to 180 right now.
goal is good. 34-30. So we are fast approaching the 45-minute cap for this tournament. We are about 10 minutes away.
Okay.
So we
flashbacks to the Werewolves LQC final last year.
With just where we had to go to a golden goal.
And that's a beat for Maddie.
Which was a rule that.
It's a beat on the York beater. York retain control. This could be huge. Maddie comes in for one last run.
Okay. Very patient play in the quaffle game. Quite high point here for York.
It's a beat on
good
the
beat on that landed on the head, I think.
Oh, lovely catch there by the Warwick beater. What a lovely dodge by the Warwick beater.
Lancelot's got a little bit of alone time.
Oh, a lot of alone time. Beater shit. Oh, beater shit in there, but they're not.
Yeah,
oh,
no,
here they
Warwick
come, here they come. And that's a beat. Nick of time.
Nick
All
of
the time in the world now for Matty.
So Matty just need. Oh, that I felt that. Oh no. Okay, dismounted there by the looks of it. Third handicap is the call. So we're going to see a stop here as we've reached 35 minutes, which is our third 5-minute increment after the snitches released 20. So much nice happens at 20 now, not 18. Just makes the numbers.
Yeah. Fine. That's because logic in this game is what.
One of the rule changes we made to make it slightly more sensible. Okay, so still at the point
Another
where
one for Lancelot.
catch will equalise. Lancelot.
Credit to Mikey Ansell. He's doing a fantastic job on the snitch here.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
Good throw across into number 22.
Oh, we're going to wrap up on contact there.
Oh, we're seeing a good drive here by Warwick. Some great two-handed contact though.
Close for Maddie.
Let's see if number 40 can finish. No, the shot misses. Oh, that was absolutely fine. I don't think you're a very good snitch ref.
Oh, thank you.
What do you think about that?
That was clean as a whistle that Declan just blew. That was a clean take. But it also means we're now in overtime.
Oh, which is exactly not
exactly
what we wanted
the
to
schedule
happen for
needs.
this schedule to run on time. It's always these finals. They're never just clean, are they?
No.
No, one team never wins by like 150 points at 21 minutes.
You want a good game. It's good for the sport.
Yeah.
It's good for those of you watching at home.
What a spectacle. Matt, a spectacle.
It's been very spectacular.
So just to walk through for those of you at home what happens if this catch is called good, we'll be moving to 21-21, 21 star 21.
So we have a set score, which means from this point on, the Seekers and the Snitch will leave the field, and it now becomes the first team to score 3 hoops. So it's a set score of 24. It's the first team to reach that from normal scores.
So we've been... Catch is good.
We are going into overtime, and you can feel the drama. I'm going to leave you now to go warm up.
That's good. Okay, perfect. Now I maybe need... Thank you very much for joining me, Matt. Now maybe I need a third guest commentator. Maybe one who is... Arjun, get over here. I need a sub. How you doing, Arj?
I'm good, thank you. I've been watching this from the sideline.
Both Gio and Matt have had to leave me now.
You are now being joined by Arjun Sharma. I will be commentating the next game as well.
Good stuff. So, set score, 24
has
points.
Has it really gone to set score?
21-21.
21-21.
21-21. The set score is 24. The first one of these teams to score 3 goals. Bear in mind that Warwick have a pretty good shot at getting one up here.
Hold on, no. I think the ball has been turned to York.
I can see, I think
from
maybe
what
2
sets. Okay, I think it's going to be a 4-player scrum for the ball.
But you would expect number 11 here for York has a good chance of cleaning this one up.
Good news, Zach. Has one of the Warwick players been sent off? Ejected from the game.
Ejected. I do not think so.
I believe so because they are not on the pitch in the pitch and zone, and they have been one of the dominating factors in the Warwick offense.
Who's been sent off?
I think Scott Surrey's been sent off because he's outside the
Ah, okay,
boundary.
yeah, so it looks like we've had a double yellow then. I didn't
Yeah,
catch
I
that
didn't
one as we were
catch it
playing.
either, but they aren't in the game anymore.
Watching from beyond the boundary. Okay, so let's see. So number 93 here has got quite a shot on them.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see something exciting here, but I personally wouldn't leave.
If I'm going to be honest, I'm thinking Warwick need to get number 50 back in the game. He's been really dominant. Great save, great to keep that.
Okay,
go.
drive is on.
2 on 1, 2 on 1, and a fast break. Look for the option. Nope, look for. Oh, great spin!
Lovely stuff.
play
Okay,
there.
so 22-21 in favour of Warwick. There's some stars flying about. They don't matter at this point. The first team to get to 24 is going to run away with this one. Okay,
Warwick
so
need to.
lovely exchange there. Control being won by York. Let's see if Jessup can finish this. You want to see a hand through? No, great. Stops playing.
Advantage
Dismount.
Advantage is going to be called, and I have a feeling number 6 is going to get called back to that position. I think there was contact to the head. Potentially.
That would be exciting.
Potentially. Oh, no call.
No call. Okay, that is a shame.
That is unfortunate for York.
Shake of the head there.
It is York, right?
It is, yeah. York. York are playing Warwick right now in this university final. We are running vastly over time. It is it's
we are
24 minutes past 5, and the final should have started. Sorry,
20 minutes
the
ago.
community final should have started 25 minutes ago.
Hopefully, look, watch. Oh, what a steal! 50 driving through, looking for an option. Passes off. Oh, unlucky beat.
No good. Let's see if they can throw it back to someone.
Oh,
Lovely interception.
Oh,
and a swat. Drives on.
One-on-one.
Go on.
1-on-1. Can they get there? 25 running through.
Lovely stuff. Okay, 2 goals each. Let's see what can happen. York.
You know what, Zach? I think this is going to go to golden goal.
I really, really hope so. Control here.
Imagine it hits game cap. Imagine, and we're in the exact same
Oh,
situation as the BQC
and
final
me and
line.
you back again.
Back here,
Back again
same
for another
scenario.
45-minute game tap where they're going to close the venue on us. I really hope it happens. We'll see a golden goal. Okay, so the time is probably close to 45 minutes now.
Yeah. Shot
Warwick.
taken. Oh, what a shot by the Warwick keeper! Absolutely sniped that.
I
one.
did not expect that to go in. I thought
So
that was
York-
destined for the player behind.
York need 2, and Warwick need 1.
One more
Ooh,
goal.
It's getting spicy.
Control is with Warwick, which is not where you want to be if you're a fan of teams in North England. They're going to call, they're going to make it aggressive. Oh,
Oh,
lovely
great
swat here for 25.
Everyone.
Is the shot going to go in? Oh, the arm's wrapped.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh,
What
block.
goal for each team?
Golden goal! This is the final everybody wanted to see.
You love it. Let's golden goal. Who got it next? Control
Warwick,
with Warwick.
with the ball. York's defense now need to play incredibly solid to actually get us through here. They do have control. I personally think trade control to win the game.
Yeah, but what about the counter, Rod?
No counter.
Oh!
It was
Amazing!
the final last year for the community. The shot. Mark
Okay.
2.
Final score, 24 Warwick, 23 Star for York. Game of inches that felt like it was miles, frankly. That was a long one.
That
We
shot-
nearly went to 40 minutes.
My head is gone. That shot, I got flashbacks.
Yeah.
I got flashbacks from last year.
Oh, Canadian
my
Chris making a go at the other one.
Holy
well.
moly, that was a good game.
That was a pleasure to commentate. I've been Zachary Cox, and I've been joined by first year Forino, then Matt Bateman, and then Arjun Sharma.
Yep, and I will be sticking with you guys for the next game, which will be LQC versus Raptors Quadball Club.
Right. Thank you very much for having us, and we'll see you soon for some more Quidditch in that community final.
Yeah, more Quadball coming through.